Hey y'all, happy Monday. I have something very special in my hands today that I want to share with you and show you. This and this. My first fruits from the backyard for this moment. Now I love this one because it's super yummy looking and just so pretty. But I love this one too because it looks like a symbol of my kids. Like I had Sophia and then I had the boys and they were twins. Isn't that sweet? So these symbols of first fruits are very evident in my life. And before I moved to Bishop, I used to think of first fruits and the first fruits in scriptures, and people would talk about them related to tithing and how you kind of give the first part of the harvest to God. And so rather than just eating these, I thought that maybe I would give the first fruits of the harvest from the backyard as a Facebook devotional. So the thing is about fruit, trees have to work very hard before you get, and plants in general have to work very hard before you can really enjoy their fruit. It's not like the fruit all year round, but trees have to go through a whole process before they get to the fruit. Sometimes it feels like winter is never going to end, and the roots have to work hard, and then spring, and eventually you get to summer and fall. You start getting fruits of harvest, things that you can eat that are good, that reproduce. And all of this got me thinking about the ways that we get to spiritual fruit. We get to spiritual fruit and spiritual growth through long seasons of inner work. We learn how to produce spiritual fruit, which there's a whole list of in Galatians chapter 5. So we get to the spiritual fruits by going into our means of grace. We worship, we pray, communion, we have holy conversations with people, we dialogue about what's going on and how we're growing in our faith. We read the scriptures and do different types of devotions. And we've set our intention toward God. So this is how we develop spiritual fruit in our lives. There have been things recently that have disrupted our rhythms of how we move forward in the spiritual life. And this really upsets our cycle, and it makes it difficult to think about how we're going to continue to produce fruit for the coming weeks and months in the generations. Our weekly rhythms, even though we have online worship, there's a lot of our weekly rhythms that have been disrupted by this time. And so I have felt called towards moving the church towards spiritual disciplines again, because we need to get our rhythm back. A lot has disrupted that. A lot has taken us kind of in a different course. And so one of the things that I'm dialoguing with people about is, what are your spiritual rhythms? What are the things that you do on a daily or weekly basis to stay in tune with God and to really build up the spiritual life of one another, which of course eventually brings spiritual fruits. Love, joy, peace, patience, gentleness, self-control, all of those wonderful things. So as we go into this next season together, I'm going to be asking people all over the church, what are the spiritual disciplines that are most meaningful for you? And then working on how to integrate those into the life of the online community or small group community that we have together. So if you have things that you'd like to offer to that discussion, which you have felt enlivened by, and you would like to find some friends who also like to do that, I would really like to know what those are and how to do that with you, to come alongside you in that practice so that the faith community can support you in it and can support each other in it. So please let me know soon what kinds of things are nurturing to your own spiritual walk. And then together we can grow Christian community in this area and throughout wherever this connects for people across the interwebs. So God bless you. I hope that your spiritual disciplines are going well, and we'll be talking about this more soon. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.